Which, considering pretty much everyone but Prismelda, who is fine, is almost at the exit, unless you have anything specifically you want to do, the core flush initiation counts down. Spare does not seem to have left himself enough time to pull out.
I technically would have enough time to grab another scoop. I'm not going to bother.
That's fair. Technically, if you stick around, you're going to get more shit spat at you.
I will throw more thingy-majigs because they back up.
Sure.
I don't know if you want me to roll the thingy-majigs.
If you want to, for everything majig you throw, he's going to spit something at you.
I accept!
God.
14 rounds later.
I'll take 5 hit points because it would have been the start of my next turn when I do this.
Let's see.
I missed with the spring, probably.
Nope, that still hits.
Broadside barn.
He shoots a vase at you.
The best smash against the wall.
Fuck yeah.
Damn Prismelda.
They're just bombarding
gonna
us.
do 8 damage.
Yeah, if only the core itself wasn't corrupted. I was thinking that maybe we could, now that we've got him separated from the main mass, we just murder this and the rest would clear itself out naturally.
Hey,
But if it's...
Whoop, ready for the next one?
Sure.
As Wolf continues to back up. At this point, probably he'd be basically in the doorway throwing them through. Now.
He spits a large vanity-sized mirror at you.
That one's going to be a hit.
Oof. You also take 1 point of bleed damage.
Wolf negates the bleed.
But with that last hit, well, unless Prismelda also wants to shoot.
I'm in the kitchen at the moment because I thought combat was ending, but yeah, go ahead and just roll another attack for me. Fuck it,
Sure,
why
I can
not?
do that.
A d20 plus 4 by the looks.
Yes, I can just open the sheet. Oop.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Never mind, I got you a 1.
A nat 1.
Damn it,
Good job,
J-Mac!
I'm cursed.
We can move all our tokens back to this area.
Yes. Actually, as you do, with everyone who matters, Mary quickly slides open, and re-engages the force shield.
And Ipos presses up against it to watch what happens.
Well, you can see why it's said to run on the paper. As it counts down, there's suddenly Spare sucked down, but seems to start to hold on to the sides. If Prismelda is still in there, she feels like this just great amount of pressure as the bottom of the island opens up and empties out the core. It appears to be even.
Upon seeing shit going whack, Ash would have spent the standard action to get her out of there.
Fair enough. In which case, all everyone sees is all the shit that's in that room and all the leftover ooze just kind of sucked out the bottom. A bit like in movies where they open up the door in the airplane and they just get sucked out. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit just falling out the bottom of the island, it seems. But after a minute, Mary plunks away at the console and the pressure equalizes.
Alright, all done then?
Also, no, Wolf was raging for 6 rounds, so I'll be fatigued for 1 minute 20.
That was cool. Oh, Erin, did you get funny thing I grabbed for you?
Yeah, it's here.
Maybe not for you, but don't know if you can do stuff with it.
Well, I can, but if you want it, I don't know.
He shrugs. Don't know. Maybe use it for spell focus thing.
Well, it's all yours. I just grabbed it for you so you can get moving fast.
Thank you.
A pity, that thing seemed intelligent. Well.
Okay, that was fun. Wolf says as he pulls out a large shard of mirror.
Wolf, please.
What's wrong?
Try to avoid just doing that.
Doing what?
Pulling things out of your body.
But it's not supposed to be there.
Yes, but you don't need to do it so out in the open. Oh. It's a bit unpleasant to watch.
But it's uncomfortable at being there.
Yes,
but don't watch, Silas.
Oh, dear.
I mean, the thing is, despite all the impacts Wolf's taken, most of his body looks completely fine. He just looks bruised now.
It's just clothes that are taken in.
Aaron
Yeah.
pokes around on the console just to see what's going on.
Epos is watching and
I
barely
imagine
resisting
Cobble's
pressing
dead.
things.
Erin, from what she can see, it seems like, well, Mary set the door to stay open, but the pressure is equalized. As you can kind of see in the other room, Mary's up on the thing looking down. She gives a whistle and it's like, that's a far way down. I don't think it lived.
Pressure.
Well, that's-
I would hope
good.
not.
Pressure.
Don't.
Just their
Okay.
fault, it's fine.
How
Can
long
I
does
see?
that last and how far
Be
down is it?
cautious up there. You don't.
I mean,
want
technically,
to
the nice
slip.
thing with purple is you can activate it as an emergency, basically right before
Yeah.
you hit the ground.
Yeah.
Ooh. Paul's going to look over the edge.
You know, considering all the stuff that was inside it, I'm slightly sad it's all the way down there. There might have been, useful things.
Ah, yes, that's true. And again, I'm sad that something that was apparently intelligent like it had to, well, be causing such trouble like this.
I mean, it had that thing in there. Points to the sofa lodged by a pipe.
I wonder if
That
even
is
fit
true.
pipes.
These pipes are very large. So I would not be surprised if it somehow pushed its way through.
Sofa large?
Silas pats the one next to him that's 5 feet across. Yes, yes, I think this is very sofa large.
Well, it had all those other raids. It could have had like little friends bringing stuff to its collection.
Also, that too. Could have drugged something in.
Hippos,
through
don't
the
press
outside.
anything. Actually,
Maybe.
wait. I want to. Actually, wait. I need to check something. Here, Scoot, please.
Well, with Mary mentioning all the shit down there, I'd quickly go do some math. How much does rope cost?
Yeah,
I'm
not
glad
much.
you're
That,
50 feet.
yeah,
that depends on the quality of rope you're going for.
Yeah, the thing with rope is like it's mostly a weight problem, not a money problem.
Yeah. Like if you're going for hemp rope, it doesn't cost much at all, but it weighs a shit ton.
Because you're actually going to see what Mary won from the library contest as she pulls a book out of her bag. You're probably about a mile up, and she starts folding through the papers. And as she flips through the book, you notice she can just kind of take papers or pages out. She seems to start to fold them and weave them into what appears to be a rope.
Origami rope.
Interesting.
Yes.
I have a feeling you're not likely to have the rope is not going to be long enough to reach, though. We are fairly high
we'll
up.
see.
As you wish. I won't.
Yo, Akarin, you got any more rope?
I look forward to doing the 1 mile climb.
But Mary spends a while making rope.
Meanwhile,
Wolves are going to watch with wide eyes.
can Aaron at least look at this console to see if she sees controls for the light door to our right?
She thinks she does, yeah. At this point, you can take the time to just tinker with shit, which I will reveal the rest of the area. There was 2 ways to get to the boss fight, basically.
Okay.
Nah, okay.
What down's the little corridor? A bath. An animated bath.
Oh, good, that's actually working, because for me it's just a big white square.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind
a
of
white
flickering,
square.
yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
For any of you who check out the bath, you notice there's, well, for those of you who are also inclined to magic, there's an aura around the water.
Oh,
Cool.
lovely. Let's check them. Also, ping psychic.
It does have a psychic aura. Psychic aura of content.
Ah, let's see what this is all about. Detect magic.
Yeah, detect magic.
I might as well throw on a. Spend a
Give
pretty-
me spellcrafts. Yeah, it's an item. Spellcrafts.
And also, I'm going to be using my
So we
self-assured
20?
gear.
Nice. Okay. Let's wait for soils.
30. I
Hmm.
I have a feeling that might have succeeded, so I'm going to regain a frenetic pool.
Yeah, that succeeds. The both of you figure out this pool with its attached auras of transmutation, abjuration, appears to be perhaps like after a long day of work or maybe maintenance on the core when people have gotten like disgusting and stuff. This water is designed to basically just take impurities off of yourself and into the water where it will, over time, cleanse you.
Oh, wonderful. It's a cleansing bath.
The room is also, now that you notice, wherever else is kind of, maybe smudged with a little bit of residual goo, This room's very clean,
Well then,
but the magic appears to be anchored to the bath itself.
it'll take much to move this out of here, but I feel like we are deserving of moving this into our dorm.
Ash just hops in.
Sure, it feels good. I'm assuming you've just kind of do the thing where it's like, oh, my feetsies are in it.
Oh
Drink
no,
it.
Ash just full body just like hops in.
Oh, it's like knee high, so yeah, Ash can flop in.
Drink it.
No,
It's good
I'm
for your
not. I'm not
pores.
drinking the bath water.
Interesting choice. I will save that for more private later.
Maria, it's like it keeps coming.
Yeah, I think it's called the Papercraft Manual. I don't know. They didn't really give me a name, but I'm giving it that. Basically, if I can make something out of paper, it acts as if it's a proper object. Though, obviously, being made of paper, it's flammable, cuts really easily, all that stuff. It should hold our weight if. Well, it's a long climb down this the issue, but technically we could get back up with it.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you to that, Marie. In the meantime, Ippos, please don't break it, but I guess you can poke at it now.
Ippos
Just
not
don't
break
sure.
it. Ippos not break anything that he didn't mean to break.
Like, I'm gonna ask you not to, but I know you're going to, so don't fuck up.
With the sort of almost permission, he just starts fiddling with controls.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for other things that we may have missed. Erin's gonna look around for things that, like hidden doors, crap like, which she will actually cast detect secret doors.
Okay, there's not secret doors per se. There's maintenance tunnels and such, but they all just seem to lead elsewhere. Nothing technically important, or at least no like secret caches of loots or such.
Yeah, but Erin's basically just surveying, making sure all the ooze is not moving, stuff like that. Looking for things
Uh,
that got trapped under pipes before and didn't get sucked out.
Sure, give me a perception. Also,
Yeah.
do you have like anything to like recognize stuff which might be magic?
Yes, I
Okay.
can do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah. Give me a
Do you
Aaron
want
just
me to-
knows.
Yeah, she's an
Knows,
expert at
knows.
the smash it against the table to see if it's magic technique.
She so much so that she does it unconsciously at this point.
Just meets a person, smashes them against the wall. Ah, yes, magic.
Magic? Yes. Hmm.
I mean, have you done that against Wolf at this point to test if he's magic?
I didn't need to.
Fair enough. Some funky shit's going on.
20, 24, 25?
25.
25, yeah.
You do find something as you're going around tapping things for magic. Roll me a d6. Ooh, you find something that just managed to slide in one of the crooks of the pipes. It's a very small ring which seems to be fashioned in an image of like a gecko or a lizard of some sort.
Yeah. Erin's gonna look over it.
This seems to be made of copper. It's as if a tiny little newt had like curled up on itself. 17? Don't think that's gonna be enough to identify it, I'm afraid.
Is it magic at least?
It is magic.
Cool. Ah, well, I guess it's not a complete loss. Check under the pipes. Things might have got jammed. I found a ring. I think the collecting idea is actually correct.
You could put the ring on.
Yeah,
Says the devil in your ear.
not feeling it. Oh, not feeling it.
Yes, if people want to see if anything else has been left behind in the room, they certainly can.
Ippos is
Check
more
out your-
wanting to see if he can cause anything fun to happen with the dials.
With
And-
enough time.
Ash is gonna check the bottom of the pool to see if anything interesting fell out of anyone's pockets or off their fingers or whatever.
Go for it.
We've got a lot of time with AX, but I imagine
Sure.
like half the systems are shut down now.
Yeah, there's a lot. Holy shit, Ash.
Hot damn.
Good job.
Let's see what I have in my list of loot that you could potentially find and what fits in at the bottom of the pool
Well, or around it.
or around it.
I kind of
Actually,
figure this is a room where people tend to probably get undressed. Things get lost here.
yeah, actually, something fits perfectly here. You notice, perhaps you don't know when it would have happened, but at the very bottom, there's a very faint. There's a pair of like lace gloves. They almost are invisible in the light of the pool, blending in with the whiteness of the tiles and the white of the light. And without having been kept like eternally clean, very hard to notice against the bottom.
Cool. Let's see. Nope, can't identify it at the moment.
And you know they're magic.
Yo,
And-
Silas.
Mm,
Hold
yes.
some gloves. Take a crack at
Sure,
identifying
sure.
them?
I can do, and I will do the same thing last time. Spend a friendly pool and spend self assurance.
I'm for a furry.
Let's see how this goes.
Hey, called it.
You called
Good
it.
job, J-Mac. Also, that's the friendly pullback.
You found a wondrous item.
Some very fancy gloves here.
Oh shit. Did not mean to do that.
Also, he's going to ping with psychic significance as well at the same time.
Significance of decay.
I was thinking despair and sadness.
There's an aura of
Unfathomable
smugness?
rage.
Smugness. Wonderful.
Or
Wunderbar.
maybe smugness isn't entirely the right word. Surety.
Confidence.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Is that so?
Okay. You know what, fuck it, just go put this in Discord. Try to write shit on Roll20 is a pain in the ass.
Fair.
I'll resize you in a second. You find... Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
The lace digits. Wearing the gloves grants +2 to any
Interesting.
dex-based skill that relies on complicated hand move. In addition, you can
Dazzles.
command the gloves to have a mind of their own. Perform one disable device or sleight of hand check. A +8.
Well, I know who's getting these. Question is, how much is she willing to trade for it?
You shall see.
But,
I'm certain
yeah,
there's.
Wolf
Sorry.
is, Wolf is removing his breastplate meanwhile. Putting it down on the side.
It's fair. Epos, if you want to play a bit of a console, you can certainly make a few things happen. You can play with the lights, you can make some weird chanting music play throughout the facility.
The
There are,
whole
as you
area
stated,
suddenly becomes a disco.
basically. You're kind of right when there's a lot of subsystems that are like kind of when you click the button they just don't do anything because they haven't been maintained in, you know,
And
forever.
they haven't been maintained and they no longer have power. I imagine I
That's
can't
also
move the legs anymore because there's no power to move the legs.
There still seems to be some power in the thing, but you imagine it's not gonna last long.
Let's do it now before it runs out.
Quick, get over buttons.
Yeah.
Let's take off his breastplate. In the end, I believe Harry is short of rope by like 300 feet.
Interesting.
I think that's
Well-
like there's 5,280 feet in the mile or something.
Well, I can add 50 feet onto that rope.
Can anyone jump 230 feet?
Alternatively, does anyone else have rope?
I mean, technically,
Or
we
chain.
can all jump that. It's just whether we can survive it.
I mean, Wolf can survive that, but the point is getting back up then.
Some minor detail.
It's true. I think, yeah, the issue here is getting back up. Unless you just want...
Can we find a
Is there-
length of
is there-
chain anywhere?
Probably. Give me a perception.
Because
Also,
chains, because chain seems like the kind of thing you might be able to, you can use it in place of rope.
between all the other NPCs you have with you, they can contribute about 100. Nice. About 100 more feet of rope.
So that put us from 300 feet missing down to 250 between my 50 feet and their 100 feet. So we need about 150 much.
Wolf, if you want to spend time, you can find perhaps not chain, but just like a lot of miscellaneous shit that could work. Maybe old curtains, towels.
Bed
It's
sheets.
just
Wolf is very resourceful.
depending on where you put it, it's either going to be a very scary start or a very scary finish. As you,
I think we prefer scary finish.
yeah,
Don't put the entire thing load bearing on the curtain.
yes, this is completely safe. What do you mean?
Let's make the load bearing part at the very, very bottom where failure means 20 foot of damage.
But technically, if people wanted to go search for a mess down bottom, they could now. It's gonna take forever to get mark up, but
It's true.
and you don't have a time pressure now. The place isn't gonna like explode.
I
It
think
was-
Wolf is probably the only one who could actually climb a mile of rope.
Which, I mean, he has the endurance for it. He has a feat called endurance, I believe.
Wolf.
Hmm?
I mean, I wish you the best of luck. I can't join you. I'd love to go down, but I can't.
I'll bring stuff back up.
Can you problem with that is, I mean, you know what stuff is going to be good.
I mean, I'll try.
Lillian speaks up. Actually, if you wish, I could go down with Wolf.
What, you're going to be able to go down there?
I myself.
Are you going to be able to get back up?
Probably. I'm not that weak. She flexes. It's not impressive.
I mean, oh god, I hate saying this, but this is the first time my disease may ever come into help. I barely weigh anything. I suppose, Wolf, you could carry.
Let's see. Wolf considers because Wolf has left out most of his heavy stuff, like besides the hole here, his breastplate, etc., because he doesn't need to be carrying that while climbing. How much do you weigh?
Aaron only weighs 30 pounds.
Also, I forgot Wolf doesn't have breastplate; he has scale armor, which turns out weighs 30.
Place your armor with an Aaron.
Pretty much. Like, in theory, if Aaron wanted to basically be attached to the ropes and attached to Wolf, that's possible.
Yeah, I'll do that. Aaron takes out. I'm gonna only bring one thing with me. Aaron takes off the ooze cloak, which she says, you, takes it off, puts it in the ground, takes basically almost everything she can off to make herself lighter, and then takes the Traveler's Any tool, which she'll bring with her, and use it to make a carabiner, which she'll clip on to Wolf's back and to herself.
Wolf, using what he had from his survival kit, is also going to be basically hooking his own kind of belt to the rope, or weaving it through, just so he doesn't. In the worst case scenario, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Not that the worst case scenario should occur, because Wolf should better just take 10 his way down. It'll just be a very long take 10 down, but he can do it because Wolf's looking at. I mean, we're looking at least an 18 on the way down. Like, Wolf's no weakling.
Epos will stay up the top, but it will turn the lights on for you.
Which those lights are gonna be like giant spotlights.
Yeah.
Oh, this is War for Worlds.
Please say there's controls to like turn the spotlights.
Sure.
And they like zoom around the room. They only have
terrify.
He just starts changing the colors and suddenly it's just a fucking dance room.
And they never stay in the same spot for longer than like 5 seconds before it moves.
You'll also note that Aaron hasn't actually looked down the hole yet. And once she's clipped onto Wolf, she presses her face against Wolf's back and just doesn't look. Nope, not worth it.
Big drops are even bigger when you're small.
Yep.
You afraid of heights?
I'm afraid of everything, Wolf. I'm rather just not know.
Well, turns out Wolf is carrying a whole, like, of his own stuff, a whole less than 3 pounds worth of stuff. And then an arrow. Basically, Wolf's carrying his backpack, and that's about it. All the rest of his stuff is basically in a pile up here.
Here's Epos' lights.
As Aaron will be strapped on, and Wolf will begin making the descent down.
As you climb down, you can just see Mary jump past you.
You gonna be okay getting back up?
You hear just
Okay, be down in a
she
minute.
never falls.
I imagine Aaron very purposely did not watch any part of Mary just jumping straight past them all.
Nope, didn't watch anything. She doesn't see shit.
Now I'm locked in here, and a rope actually by itself isn't the most difficult thing to climb in the world.
Probably very boring when you're climbing a mile's worth, but yeah.
It's true.
They'd be hung against the wall so you can brace against that.
Oh, I just had a very bad mental image. Wolf just sliding down, but since his hands regenerate, he doesn't mind.
Oh, God,
He's not regenerating currently.
No, but he could.
He could, in theory. Though I will ask quickly. Wolf has a pair of gloves, though, which will probably make it easier.
Oh yeah, that's probably a better idea than running your skin ragged.
Out of curiosity, is there like a solid surface I can is there like a solid wall or something or a leg I'm kind of rappelling down, or is it just over midair?
It's very much over midair. This is dropping on like the circle of the bottom of the thing.
I thought so. If I was rappelling down the side of a wall, I could do double accelerated climb down. I'm not going to do that, however, carrying Aaron if I'm over the midair, because I have to roll for that. So, let's just take an easy climb down. But yeah, Wolf will make his way down, just happily. Double checking on Aaron every so often, even though you can feel her strapped to his back.
Good. Good. I'm still not looking.
You
Just
don't have to look.
good. Let me know if I have to.
No, I've got this.
All right.
You've got a small crowd at the top watching you climb down.
If you start falling, let me know. I have an idea.
I'm good.
Okay.
Like, unless it's a strong wind or something, I'm not at risk here, so.
I
It's
don't
up to you,
think we can
J-Mac. Is
forecast
it strong
this.
wind suddenly?
Hold on, I have a weather forecast. Let me just look at it.
Store.
Yeah, it's
Suddenly
fine.
tornadoes.
There's no wind today.
So there's nothing preventing me taking 10. We're fine.
You're fine. You can make it to the bottom.
Yeah, and I
Terra
will use
firma.
Yeah, and I will use my 17 con and endurance feats and toughness feat
That's fair.
as Wolf makes his way to the bottom, then unstraps Aaron.
And turns
can
out
look
the
now.
blob's still alive and it eats you.
Oh, thank God.
No, but there's almost like a kind of semi-crater where the densest of it is like hit the ground and just exploded outwards. All the trees, grass, bushes and such are all just covered in this black ichor. This place might be dead in a while.
Okay. All right. Whew.
I don't suppose there's
Gee.
any solid blob of the ooze, is there?
No.
Aaron unclips the carabiner and spends a few seconds fiddling with it to make a cane so she can walk. Okay, what are we looking at? Oh, this is a mess. Yeah, I believe this thing was a collector.
Go start poking around with a stick.
I'm gonna do the same. Just start looking.
Scavenging time, J-Mac.
Give me perceptions. At this point, it's easy enough to find stuff. It's just what do you find first? As I scroll. Okay, and give me D5. Actually, D4 now. 2 things have been found. 2. Ooh, you find this.
Oh, Wolf, before you go wandering off, drink this.
Hmm?
It's not gonna taste good, but drink it.
What is it?
Not good, but drink it anyways.
Wolf drinks it.
It tastes like chemicals. However, it does give you a +4 to +2 to wisdom saves, wisdom skills.
Oh, there's 18 then as well, J-Mac.
Yeah.
Here's to win. Yeah, like I said, it's mostly just what do you find first. Which you find this.
The Crunkle Jammer. Spoke covered in. Can't use. Well, can use unworked material.
Which Wolf probably discovers as he like. Wolf probably discovers as he picks up like some dirt has fashioned itself into a bolt.
I would also like then to proceed to try and fire a spring.
A spring.
There were plenty of springs clearly that got fired at us.
That is unfortunately a worked material.
No, disappointing.
You could technically press in the ingot, but something that's been like worked doesn't work.
Hmm.
So
put my- I
basically,
put
all
my-
it does is shoot stone crossbow.
I'd
bolts,
put my
okay.
stick in there.
Sure, you can shoot a stick. It fashions itself basically into a wooden bolt. I mean, might be good for hunting vampires.
Very good for hunting vampires.
It's technically a steak.
I want to try putting garlic in there next, though I don't have it on me.
Garlic bolt. I don't like that.
Vampires don't either, it turns out.
JMac confirmed for vampire.
I love garlic.
Ooh, salt
Love
bomb.
vampire.
Literal salt in the wound.
Hey,
For when you're
This guy's
hunting
from
slugs.
cheese bolt.
I'm just saying, do you count food as worked material?
Mm, Oh.
Cooked and seasoned. Yes, I would suppose.
But you're saying raw ingredients don't?
I like the idea of you making cheese
Well,
sticks.
if you've got like a raw chicken leg, yeah, I imagine it would probably work.
No, I just realised. Egg bolt.
Ugh. I could
Like, what
just
type
imagine.
of
I
egg?
could just imagine the crossbow tries, but the egg just shatters and just gives up. It's like, oh, nope.
Like,
doesn't
are we
work.
talking about like just a proper egg, or are we talking like scrambled egg?
I meant like chicken egg.
So a whole egg.
Okay, saying
Shell and
out
all.
dibs, total fucking dibs on what Aaron found.
Oh dear.
So I'm just very amused.
Marie, in her own searching, finds something.
Really cool object, actually, Aaron found.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
It's okay. I have something equally as cool for Erin when she gets back up.
I got the idea from like that thing you do where you like scuff your socks across the floor.
building up a static charge, yeah.
For reference, she found the mummified axon. The nerve of an ancient beast counts as a quarterstaff, and when casting spells with the electricity subtype, which is like 99% of what Ipos casts, or is hit by electrical damage, the staff gains a charge, maximum of 10 charges. You can spend the stored charges to add 1 damage to an attack made with the staff or to an electric subtype spell, which is everything he casts.
Nice. That's cool.
I mean, it makes it permanently charged up as well because you can basically just between combat sparks. Spark. Jump.
I mean, if there's no like time limit on the charges,
It's not.
then yeah, I could just charge it up whenever.
The main important thing will be in between or when you use it in combat, and then after when you start using cantrip spells being hit by shit. There's still more to find. You get searched once between each of you. Once more.
Neat.
And I'll spend my last inspiration on this.
I know this wolf has a habit of rolling 20s on perception checks for
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Does it quite often? Like, in fact, actually, wolves rolled an abnormally large number of 20s.
Man,
Is it just,
shame
this,
on
might, this might just be me as a player. I'm not sure what's going on.
You're blessed.
Possibly. And by the way, is Crunkle Jummer just a regular crossbow mechanically?
It's a light crossbow. But
Yeah,
it doesn't
it
have
is.
any enhancement, but it's masterwork.
So masterwork light crossbow.
Is the
Really,
staff
it's only
also
a light
masterwork?
crossbow.
Yeah, it's the same for the Axon. Masterwork, but not magic. Or not like +1 enhancement bonus
Right.
magic.
I mean, that's
We'll get that
absolutely
later.
fine. That's absolutely fine, though, because I can at least add that to my collection of cool shit. Unless someone wants to trade me for it, in which case, maybe. Or we'll find something else which catches in there's more, in which case, that instead. So you need to roll another dice, J-Mac?
Please.
Which kind of dice? Which shape?
In this case, it'll be a D4.
That'd be a 4.
Aaron, you find that.
A jar of dirt. Reach into this jar and you will find a secret and a friend. Once per day, a person can dig through the jar and reach out a hint of something that can be used as leverage against someone, offering a +4 to a social stat if they can leverage it against the person.
God damn it. I love that.
That's
I got tired of it.
That is from the dregs of my ancient items document.
The thing is, J-Mac, I remember that item, actually, because you've mentioned it once before a long time ago.
I might
It's
have
terrible
actually, because I really love it.
You've never used it before in one of in the game with me, but you've mentioned it a very long time ago when we were talking about GMing. I love it though; it's amazing.
Just please promise me you will never give that to Silas.
No, that's
Silas
terrifying in
would-
the hands of a politician.
Well, I don't know. Could he dig through it with Mage Hand? Probably not. If he couldn't, he wouldn't use it.
You get your servant to dig through it for you.
Yeah, but then I'm not the one with. I guess I would technically.
Your unseen servant can dig through it and hand you the.
Maybe, yeah. But if he can do that, I can probably get it with Mage Hand.
Words.
Yeah, this was the most hurt Wolf got. Wolf was in single-digit hit points, and I almost considered I had to pull up. I actually briefly looked up the Die Hard rules again to remember what happened.
How does this work? I don't know.
But I've not yet gone into negatives. I've not had to check that yet. The point is, I can go down to -19, so I still had a way to go.
And a garden in a bottle.
Fitting things in a bottle as long as the army of rich people once per day. Up to 10 gold pieces of herbs, vegetables, and fruit can be drawn.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
that is great
cool.
for Wolf.
I mean,
Fantastic.
yes, that is staying in my backpack.
Which, if it wins
I-
all the
I-
casters,
I'm just imagining Wolf just like constantly popping grapes out of the bottle and into his mouth, just all the time.
Actually, that is really good for Wolf. Because that also basically helps fight half of Wolf's drawback.
it's true.
The extra food requirement of Wolf, completely gone. The fact that Wolf overspends and everything is a different matter, but shh, he's terrible.
As
at
much as I
money.
love the sustaining spoon, I also like other items which do other interesting things than just feed you.
I know, I love this as well because combining it with my Crankle Gemmer, I can clean out 5 vegetables to people.
You're just firing carrot bolts at people. I love it.
I got a quiver and a crossbow. That's a jar and a hunk of steel. What?
I need to see the watermelon arrow.
It will happen inevitably. You just need to wait a while first.
That's all you find. Mary seems to have found a few things herself, but she appears to be keeping them for her group. You know, they helped. They deserve stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
but I
fine.
mean, what if we want to like have a big old trading session?
Then you can arrange it.
That's at
Cool. As
least
soon as we get off the island.
Yeah. And that seems like a good time to do it anyway, because you do still have more time to search the island.
Yeah, we've still got
Let's
like
go
what, 3 days?
Yeah. So technically, this goes like, hey, we need to go home. If we
Aaron,
do home.
Yeah.
all aboard.
Ah, we can drop off at the poppy field on the way back, and you can collect some of those poppies.
Aaron takes her cane and turns it into a carabiner, clips it onto a wolf's belt, stuffs her face into his back again.
Which you can now see like a lovely glass jar with a garden growing inside,
Oh, good.
and a random junker looking crossbow. As Wolf is going to accelerate climb the first 100 feet and then climb the rest, because the first 100 feet's fine in distance there.
Fair. You notice Mary appears to be a very fast climber herself, as she kind of just races up, not seeming slowed down by having to climb.
I mean, Wolf is still mortal. He doesn't have any special climb speed. He's still going to go regular speed.
That's
Oh.
fair.
Though, since Wolf's not wearing his armor, he is faster than most at climbing. Because most people, when they take a move action to climb, they only climb a whole 5 feet, which means 10 feet in a move action, 10 feet per hustle. Wolf moves double that. He moves 20 feet during a hustle up a rope. So yeah.
No.
You-
Which means in that first section, by the way, he was climbing actually 40 feet with Aaron on his back per turn. So that's fun. I'm sure that was scary for Aaron going 40 feet upwards.
Just not looking. Ignore the motion.
And it's 20 feet the rest of the way up.
So after, God, how long would that take?
Wow.
Moving 20 feet per action?
Yeah. Which, admittedly, it's normally basically 5 to 10 foot for a regular person. So it
Takes 132 to...
takes him a bit.
Yeah, it takes a good... Actually, only takes like 15 minutes. That still ages when it comes to climbing, though.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I have 17 con.
Well, if you probably think you'll need like an ice bath later. Or at least it'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is that path here.
I mean, in fairness, Wolf might need an ice bath anyway later because he's going to be in so many bruises. It's been a rough day. Fun, but rough.
Indeed. Also, with us stopping this, everyone's going to be able to explore the city much better.
Yeah, as you come up, the NPCs have apparently established a card game while waiting. Other people are free to join in.
Hi
Mhm.
guys, we're back. Wolf says as he pulls himself up with Aaron on his back.
I don't feel wind. Are we at the surface?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
As I'm basically going to just unclip Aaron from my back and let her drop the 2 feet to the floor.
Flump. She just hits the ground like a sack of potatoes and goes, "Oh, okay.
Hey Aaron, we found something.
What'd you find?
Found a pair of magic gloves that you'd be interested in.
Okay.
They help you do like really fine detail work for blocks or whatever. Plus, they can animate and pick
bloody
a lock for you.
Bloody fantastic. Great. Ippos, I got you a spine.
He sort of pokes his head out from around the corner, looking very confused at that.
Waves around a big stick, essentially.
With a very organic look to it.
It feels weirdly rubbery.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Even so, he'll come over and he'll go to take it, and like just as he's taking it, you can see like a little spark of static go across. It's like, ooh.
Really cool when you drag it across the ground. Have fun.
He just starts cackling.
Well, Silas, I no longer have possession of a spine, so I guess you're right. In the meantime,
I found this as Wolf holds up the junk-looking crossbow before seemingly putting literally some random unworked object inside, which suddenly gets fired at.
Ah, interesting. Quite useful, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know who for. I mean, Wolfgang looks confused at it. Not really my kind of weapon, but it's fun.
I also found out that Silas, Aaron reaches into a jar of dirt, pulls out a piece of paper and reads it. Feel very self-conscious about the type of underwear you chose to bring to the camp. Why does it say that?
Silas just sort of looks at you oddly. I don't think that's actually true.
I don't know.
But what is that you have there?
It's a jar of dirt. Someone was really funny. Or at least they thought they were.
Is that so? Here,
Yeah.
band it here then.
Holds it out.
He'll take it and mage hand into the jar. I assume this is how it works. And just pull out something.
Unfortunately, it's once per day, and Aaron just used it.
Oh.
You have
Well-
nothing but dirt.
Well,
Or maybe
apparently
it does
whatever
pull,
you did,
maybe
you
it does
just...
pull paper out. It just doesn't mean anything.
It's just filled with blank bits of paper.
Well, no, it does say things it's about things that don't matter.
It could be like a fortune telling, like opening up like a what they look called fortune cookie.
I bet it is Lacey.
It is none of your businesses, as it were.
Is it made
Well,
of silk?
No, I can't confirm that.
See, the jar
No?
of dirt speaks
Crap.
truth.
Okay, fine. Here's your freaking silver piece.
Now,
Apparently, people do bits in split speed.
Yeah.
now, if no one minds, I'm going to. Wolf's literally is going to collapse down, take a rest.
Yes, I feel this may be a good time for us all to rest now. We head back.
Ipos not need rest. Ipos good to go.
We have averted a horrible catastrophe happening here.
It was time to climb 1 mile.
Oh, and
No,
Silas,
Ipos smarter than that.
Silas, I can't read this. Aaron holds up a ring.
Alright, Silas will look it over and, I guess, check the language out. What is it?
There isn't a language on it.
Oh, there isn't.
It's still like a note, though.
It's not actually words. Use your magic shit, whatever it is.
Yes, you need me to identify it. Fine. He'll
Pass this to me.
do his thing. Spend a phrenic pool. And spend my last self assurance for the because it's been going really well on this one on my spell.
Wait, I thought you got refueled if you passed the check for.
I do. I get refueled on my phrenic pool.
Oh,
I still have a certain amount of times per day I can use the self assurance itself.
I get you now.
Yeah. So, not nearly as good, but 21's still fine.
While Silas is paying attention to identifying the ring, Aaron's going to sleight of hand and pull down his pants slightly.
You're not going. You probably don't. No, you don't.
I mean,
that 20 doesn't mean auto success.
Yeah, let's see the sleight of hand.
Yeah, sure. Let's see if you get over 26 before you put the gloves on. Since
Big
you
B, you're
haven't
gonna
said that.
jinx it so hard.
I might, but I might not.
What, the lace gloves?
Oh, yes!
Let's see. Do I have anything? Do I have anything that will add a +1?
Even
to
if you
me?
do, fuck you.
Wow, rude.
I'm sorry, Big B.
Yeah, there it
Either
is.
way,
Rude.
I don't do it, like, obviously, I just sort of pull down the lip of it just to show it to the card team.
The jar of dirt is truly the big bad evil guy of the campaign.
Here's where we find out that Silas actually goes commando.
That's why it's embarrassed. You didn't bring any.
oh god.
Well, how many days in are we, J-Mac?
Good question. Let's just move you back to the main map. Because you're basically done here.
Yay.
You can take a rest, eat lunch,
J-Mac, we didn't actually identify the ring.
and I'm still writing it down.
Ah, okay.
Hey, there's the
Or two.
puzzle of NPCs in that corner. I never noticed that before.
Well,
Oh, you can see
that's
that.
because
Yeah.
that should be hidden under the.
Yeah, I can totally
Yeah, it's
see
fine.
it.
It's just my reference for when I had to grab people. Anyway,
Hour 2.
Ring of the Newt.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. Breathing underwater. Sweet.
Huh.
Does not grant you the ability to swim, though.
Yeah. It also makes you more susceptible to poisons.
Oh, yeah, 'cause your skin is porous.
Yeah, I don't want that. I'm already vulnerable enough to them.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's also not something that I'm too keen on having.
I already have a -2 versus poisons. I don't need another -2.
I'll take it.
On a chance.
Whichever of you
super
wishes
far
to
away.
swim,
I
to
can't
swim
swim.
more.
I would love it.
That is fair. Here.
Oh, thank God. Oh,
Aaron can now take baths in peace.
She no
Aaron
longer has
can
to worry
breathe her
about falling
bath.
asleep in the bath.
I can now take drugs and take a bath at the same time.
Drug bath.
Oh my god, if you do take a drug bath, imagine how much it'll actually get into your system through your pores.
I have a new way of profiting.
Truly are students.
All right, great. I'm not going to put that on because I don't need to look like that. Thank
By the way, J-Mac, were there any bets that Wolf was going to fall?
Maybe. It doesn't seem from the people who have actually, watched you before, not many of them put into it. The only person who probably fell for it, let's see, who's a fool here? Probably Nell.
Oh, how much was she willing to bet? Because Ash will have been like, yeah,
Not that
put down
much.
that
Probably just like a silver.
Okay,
But yeah,
got my silver
anyone.
piece back.
And fairness, most of the class who have seen Wolf before know that Wolf can basically just run for days.
There's people who've seen you before, there's two
Two
people who
people-
can look into the future, and
two
there's
people
people who are
fought
very
with-
good at reading.
Yeah, some people fought with me before, so they've seen the insane stuff. Plus, everyone saw Wolf as how much damage Wolf took in that battle and just kind of kept going. I'm pretty sure that crit would have downed everyone else.
It's true.
That hurt.
Let's see. Party HPs. Rusty would be fine, but everyone. Epos would be down, but he wouldn't die.
Haha, Epos never dies.
Epos is kind
Alright.
of like party off
Yeah.
tank.
I mean, it was 17. It was 17 damage for anyone wanting to compare.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my entire health bar. If I was at full health, I'd be disabled.
But then Ash's Hex and Planet Hex would apply, and you'd probably be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we need to take just a nap and, revel in the fact that we won. That's going to be nice. I found a gizmo. I'm going to stare at this.
Yes. We'll be ending session for the now.
Epos,
How items are divvied up is up to you.
Epos spends the next 2 minutes charging the staff.
It's fair.
Gen-
You're gonna have
generating
either a very
all the
scary
static.
first level spell or a very scary cantrip.
Can I at least identify the gizmo I found?
Sure, give me an engineering.
Sure.
Could I also use this on my domain ability, the whole lightning thing from that?
Does that deal electricity damage?
Yes.
Then
Not
yes.
non-lethal electricity. It's weird. I'll double check.
If it
but
says
yeah.
it deals electricity damage, then yes, but
I mean, it literally comes from the storm domain. So
All right. I don't need the jar of dirt. I don't know.
sure.
I will be
Ash.
taking the jar of dirt.
Oh, I was going to give it to Ash. Sure, either one of you. I don't care. Fight over it.
I feel as if I would be better off with the jar of dirt because, well, you would probably find it more amusing.
Oh, I certainly would.
I'm speaking to Ash.
I'm not sure I trust you with a jar of dirt. You're gonna use it for like malicious purposes, whereas
Define
You're gonna-
malicious.
you're the kind of person who would pull something out of it and blackmail someone. Me, I'm just going to do it to turn someone's face red once in a while.
Epos,
is not
Epos
blackmail,
Agree.
it
Epos
is-
not want Silas have it.
No, it would not be blackmail. It would be convincing. It would be just a little push in the direction. How I utilize it is entirely up to me.
No, not yet. It's not your.
That sounds pretty sketchy.
Says the person who washed their underwear and their reds.
Either way, I believe I should have this more. It would be of far more use to me.
I'm not in the middle of this, so
I don't know.
choose.
You sure about that, Silas? A lot more people are willing to talk to me than you.
How about we do rock paper scissors? That sounds like a plan.
No.
No?
Also, I do not believe that is true. Sure, you have a lot more people actually coming to speak with you in the first place. But once people actually speak with me, they tend to speak with me far longer. I am more likely to make connections at this point, and this will only aid me in that. After all, it's also not a very... I can't exactly stealthily do this. I don't think people are going to appreciate me pulling out a jar of dirt in the middle of our conversation
Don't
and
need
just pulling something out of it.
don't need jar when you're talking to them. Can do it before.
And that requires me... And actually, in that case, that's an even better indicator, because I will admit, Ash, you do have more people coming to talk to you in the first place. However, you do not know them beforehand, and so you will not be able to use the jar before then, meaning it would be wasted on you. However, I continue to talk to people far more afterwards.
I'm already kind of weird. It's not going to add much more weird if I'm carrying around a jar of dirt, especially if it's just in my bag. I'll just reach into my bag, pull out my dirty fist holding, I don't know, the underwear of whoever they're having an affair with or something.
Yet, and what happens once your reputation with that precedes you? Now the weird that you had tips over from intriguing into avoidance.
And
Alright, how
same
about you
for
make
you.
it worth my time to back down from this?
Oh, gladly. Let's see, what might I...
Ipple still not
What
want
might...
Silas having it. Silas not do good with it.
Here, he'll pull out a nice 10 gold piece bottle of fine wine.
Here, how about this? Instead of trading with each other, how about you trade with me? Make me an offer.
Out of character is
I
true.
mean, I have the jar of
Avon
dirt,
has it.
like-
Avon found it. It is her thing.
And I don't care about wine. Well, I kind
No.
of do, but you know.
No, but you and I do have an agreement together. And so
You have received your payment. I think
Really?
3 bloody artifacts is well enough payment.
that is not the agreement I'm talking about. Sure, that was for working together on the actual competition, but afterwards, we spoke of lingering agreements to work together.
Yeah, and I just shut down an island instead of hiding it base camp, like I wanted to. We can argue all you want, but make me an offer.
Let's see.
Unless you can't think of one, then I don't know. Ash, go first. I don't know. Whoever figures something out.
I got a magic pair of gloves.
Magic pair of gloves?
Magic pair of gloves.
Magic pair of gloves. She holds up her hands and like to catch something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just toss
fine
over
then.
lace digits.
What?
I toss over lace digits.
I grab it. Huh.
Ah, yes, the gloves that you were planning on giving her anyway.
Taps against Rusty's head.
Yep.
Huh. Magic gloves.
Fine,
Puts it
fine
in her
then.
belt. Tosses Ash the jar of dirt.
Now then,
I've got a jar of dirt.
Is anyone hungry?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to toss both of you an apple.
Oh, right. Wolf also found a jar of dirt.
Mine has a garden in it.
Yeah, someone just planted shit.
impressive. That'll be quite useful in treks. Having fresh fruit is difficult to come by.
And I can also produce other things in there as well. Like this pulls out like a carrot, like a tomato, and some of this pulls out some herbs, like some. Dinner's going to be great tonight.
Fresh fruit and veg. Herbs.
And for all the rest of our needs, that's a survival skill.
It's true.
And also stabbing monsters.
I mean, yes, but not too many monsters Wolf tends to cook. Then in fairness, most monsters we've encountered so far have been on the ooze variety.
True, I hope that changes.
I mean, I hope so as well. I can't take a trophy of one for my class. Because they're ooze. There's no trophy.
Yeah. Slight downside. And there's more big things to fight in the place. That may be a goal.
I mean, I just want something slightly more corporeal and less robotic. Like, less ooze and less robot.
And versus corporeal, big undead.
We'll see.
See.